All right. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing? Really? That's the best you can do? How are you doing? That's a little better. I think you're actually capable more still. That's okay. Thank you for joining us here today as we mark in the United States our election day. I want to thank Bidan Rama, Arben Ahmeti, Kushrim Sadiku, and all of Canal 10 for hosting us in this studio space. I'm really happy to see so many young people, so many students who've joined us for this celebration of democracy and who are ready to learn more about how we do elections in the United States. And I want to thank all of our partners who've assisted in organizing this event. I particularly want to thank the members of the U.S. Embassy community who are here to share information and insights and their own perspectives on civic engagement in America. For you young people, how many of you have already been able to talk to some of the people at these various stations and learn a little bit? Raise your hand. Almost everybody. Did you learn anything? Great. So we're celebrating American democracy, and we're especially celebrating the essential part of democracy, which is election. And as I think you all know, every year in November, but we have an election of some type, every 4 years, on the first Tuesday of November, we hold a presidential election. Every 2 years, we elect members of Congress. Every year, there's something at the state or local level. We do this every November. Some are bigger than others. These elections are always full of anticipation, and today, as you've probably seen already on TV, Americans are lining up in big lines to cast their ballots in our unique democracy. I've been told that outside the United States, some people are interested in our election as well. They're paying attention. They want to understand our process. We have strange things like caucuses and primaries, electoral college, national conventions, and other practices that are very distinctly American. So my team is here to talk to you about those things so you can learn a little bit more. They're here to talk about democracy and what our votes mean to us. You could very well hear different things from different Americans you encounter. You may very well hear different rules from different states or different political constituencies. And that's the real spirit of American democracy. All that said, we're proud of our system. We believe we conduct free and fair and legitimate elections. That is foundational to any democracy. It's foundational to a democracy like the one we enjoy in the United States. It is foundational to the democracy that you all enjoy here in Kosovo. Free and fair elections empower citizens. They allow you to help shape the future by affirming these values of freedom and transparency and civic responsibility, but they also give you a role, a voice, a vote in selecting your leadership. With elections, societies become more resilient, more secure, more successful, more prosperous. Now, I want to make a few more points. One is, I'm proud of the American electoral tradition. I'm proud of the American electoral system. But we have to recognize that our democratic journey has also not been without challenges. And while our founding fathers laid out a breathtakingly ambitious vision of the United States, our history has been one of taking efforts to seek to and oftentimes falling short of that vision. So in the United States, the Civil Rights Act of the 1960s was pivotal in granting full voting rights to all of our citizens. History reminds us that democracy is not static. History reminds us as well that democracy cannot be taken for granted. It grows and it evolves as we address imperfections. It improves as we, the people, the citizens, call for, demand, change, and a voice. So I'm pleased to have so many young people here. This is not a coincidence. We want youth civic engagement. It's critical for democracies around the world. It's critical for democracy in Kosovo. By your stepping forward, asking questions, being active, participating in democratic processes, you can help bring new perspectives, new energy, to today's challenges. You young people are usually the first to embrace new technologies and communication tools. This increases access to information and fosters better, broader civic engagement. I also know that young people face their own distinct challenges, things that you worry about. When I was your age, I was not worrying about the impact of climate change on my future. My daughter worries about that every single day, and she is demanding political change because of this problem she sees in her future. I hope you take opportunities to ensure that your issues are on the agenda of your political leadership, and that comes through participation in the democratic process. So youth involvement is essential, not just for shaping policies, but also ensuring that democracy, your democracy, continues to evolve, adapt, and thrive. I've enjoyed the energy. I've appreciated the enthusiasm. I hope you've learned a little bit today, and if you haven't, I invite you to go find one of these stations and learn at least one fun fact you didn't know before about the electoral process in the United States. We're proud of our tradition of nearly 250 years of democratic practice. We're proud of how it has evolved and become increasingly better over time. And we're proud to share our experience with you. We're also proud of what Kosovo's achieved in 16 years since its independence and look forward to continue strength and resilience and progress in your democratic journey as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. I'm now pleased to introduce